To the LCS. We now have our playoff set after a wild Monday tiebreaker. Here is the recap in case you missed it. Immortals, see ya later. Xmithy, goodbye. Out of the playoffs. Dignitas fared well in that matchup, but didn't fare so well in the end. Golden Guardians getting into the playoffs, and 100 Thieves riding high as well. Evil Geniuses, what a march they had. We'll get to that in a little bit. By the way, this was the second most tiebreakers in LCS history, tied for second with 4. Spring 2018 had 5. So Golden Guardians, Emily, securing 6th place. How did this happen?
So, I mean, I think my big thing that I've been saying about Golden Guardians as early as their loss to C9, when C9 ran that like really cool Pantheon comp, is that they have actually looked better in this latter half of the split, even in their losses. I think they've looked a lot more cohesive. They've had a stronger understanding of what they want to do and how they want to play. And I think even in the losses that they did have, they showed marked improvement from where they were previously in the split. The main difference is that they do have Huhi, who is just not only has played the support position a bit longer than Keith, but also has a wealth of understanding. When he was a mid laner, I defended his intuition around side lane split pushing and pressure. I think he has a really strong understanding of side lanes in general. And I'm not going to credit him for the team suddenly looking better, but I do think once they swapped to him, they were able to have another veteran voice on the lineup, and that really, really helped. Not to take away anything from Keith, because I think Keith looked significantly improved when he wasn't on Tom Kench. So, I think he did a good job of what they asked of him, since they did ask him to start. But the main difference for me on this Golden Guardians lineup is just the addition of Huhi, and the fact that a bunch of stuff needed to fall into place for Golden Guardians to make it, but they also had to do their part, and they did their part.
Jacob, I will say we were very critical of Keith early in the season, and now what Emily is saying there looks like he was able to right the course and contribute here.
Yeah, they swapped him. So I would say Keith deserved the criticism. I think the one person I kind of want everyone on this panel's opinion of is Golden Glue. Obviously, at the beginning of the season was the sole North American-born mid laner in the LCS. Paul Belter obviously later picked up by CLG. But do we think Golden Glue's redeemed himself in a way, right? This seemed like it was a little bit of a last shot for him, and my opinion would be yes, he has. More than serviceable. I wouldn't say the best player on this team by any stretch of the imagination, but held his own as they got progressively better. So yeah, I mean, I think Golden Glue deserves to continue to play on this team, even if they lose the series and they're one and done out, right? One matchup and out in playoffs. I would keep him through summer and continue to use him until he gives me a reason not to. But I certainly think that he made good on his shot. Thoughts, everyone?
I mean, I think I would agree with your assessment. I think Golden Glue has been more than serviceable, not insane, he's having this most phenomenal split of his life. But again, I think having Huhi as a veteran voice on the team, and I am gonna keep returning to that because I think it's pretty important. I think it's kind of tied the team together in a way that he probably doesn't have to worry as much about maybe some early to mid-game shot calling, and that can be more of a closer Huhi thing. I still think he needs to work on his synergy with closer. I wouldn't say they're the best, most synergistic mid-jungle duo. However, in terms of has Golden Glue failed? No, not by any stretch of the imagination.